Thank you very much, Jenna. It can be a big problem for a lot of people, so we brought in Dr. Melanie Leppelmann joining us, a naturopath, to look at our headaches and how we can treat those naturally. Let's start with what causes the headaches, the different kinds of headaches.
Yeah.
Because it can be sinus headache that puts people down.
That's right.
Big old-fashioned migraine.
Yeah, so it's really tough with naturopathic medicine because one of our main principles is to treat the cause and not the symptom.
Right.
So it's hard to kind of rattle off some really easy things to do because it's really important to differentiate what kind of headache you have and what the cause is. So yeah, everybody knows the typical tension headache or sinus headache or migraine. And what kind of differentiates them. So some of them are vascular or kind of blood flow based.
Okay.
So migraine, for example, would be one of these. So those tend to be more of kind of like that piercing, pounding headache versus something non-vascular or not based in the blood vessels like tension, which is just usually related to a lot of muscle tightness.
Okay.
So a lot of my patients that come in with the tension headaches will just have the trapped tension and it kind of pulls up into the back of their skull.
And once you relieve that, then you're okay.
That's right. Yeah. And then also there's the sinus headaches, which typically manifest more around the eyes, above the eyes, on the forehead.
So if it's vascular, how do we help somebody with something that can be tricky as blood flow?
Yeah, so if it's vascular, you want to look at what they found is that people, especially people suffering with migraines, tend to have thicker blood flow. So the blood almost thickens up a bit.
Okay.
So we know that there's certain foods that you can avoid, which just positively affects that it causes the blood to flow a little bit better. So citrus, chocolate, alcohol, specifically red wine, and cheese.
So if I come in with migraines, you may say, Jeremy, eat more chocolate, drink more red wine.
No. Get off of it. Opposite.
Oh,
yeah.
Thought I had that there.
I know. No. So yeah, those are ones you want to stay away.
Okay, those are ones to stay away from.
Yeah.
Because that makes actually more sense.
Yeah. And they also found, they did a study, or actually a number of studies, and they found that over 70% of people with migraines had some sort of food sensitivity. And of those, the top 5 would be wheat, dairy, egg, citrus, and caffeine. And so it would likely never be all of those for somebody, but when somebody comes in, we'll often do an assessment and either try to eliminate those things and see if there's an improvement, or we do offer testing for those kinds of things as well.
When we eliminate, we mean we take the most likely suspect.
That's right.
Drop that out and see if our symptoms go away.
You got it, yeah.
All right, so how would we treat things? That's vascular treatment. What would we treat things if it was, say, like a sinus headache? Do we just wait till the infection's gone?
So typically, again, people with sinus headaches, it's usually not just a one-time kind of thing. It becomes more of a chronic issue.
Okay.
So then you want to look at, okay, can we support the immune function? And one thing that we know, sugar really impairs immune function. So just to help people get over that infection, it's important to eliminate the sugars. Also, dairy just kind of thickens up mucus in your sinuses.
Okay.
So if we can avoid dairy, usually that helps thin things out and you can get over the infection a little bit quicker.
So
as well.
Sugar for the immune system and the dairy for that mucus.
Yeah.
Okay, the last thing was tension headaches. You talked about relieving that tension. What's your suggestion when it comes to making sure I'm feeling good?
Yeah, so that typically we approach more from, it usually comes from a base of stress. People carry their stress in different parts, so we look at how you're managing your stress.
Yep.
We'll often do some acupuncture or recommend massage or something like that just to release the tension, and then look at daily stress management practices that they can do at home. So whether it's yoga or even stretching at the end of the day, deep breathing, just to get rid of some of that tension.
Because again, the focus is not popping a pill and making the symptom going away.
Right.
The focus is finding what's wrong and fixing that problem.
You got it, yeah.
There you go. So coming up, we're going to talk about another common problem for a lot of people when it comes to their daily lives, and that's insomnia. We'll look at natural remedies for getting to sleep and staying asleep. And also we'll talk a little bit about naturopathic doctors when they're pregnant.
Sure, yeah.
Because you don't mind?
Definitely,
We got that and more coming up today on BT.